did we get a long rest? Because I don't have all my spell slots.
You guys will be getting a long rest. Did you
We're
guys see
on a-
the...
We just hopped on an airship, please.
Yeah. But I'm wondering if we're picking up right where we left off. Or
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Let the man talk.
Buddy.
You guys will be getting a long rest.
Stop pulling a right.
Did you guys see
We just
Hey.
hopped on an airship, please.
But I'm wondering if we're picking up
Fuck
right
you.
where we left off. Or
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Let the man talk, you mad.
Buddy. No.
You guys will be getting a long rest.
Stop pulling a right.
Did you guys see-
We just hopped on an airship,
Whoa.
please.
But I'm
It was just doing weird things because apparently my sound was on Twitch.
Oh.
That was weird. I don't know why it was on because normally it isn't, but okay. But yeah, as I was saying, you guys will get a long rest. No worries. So the last time that we played, it's 2 weeks ago. We had a guest star, Reverence, came to help the party fight a dragon.
I mean, thank you, Reverence.
And
Yay.
stole the kill from Blue.
From everybody.
And not only that, but he complimented Veneer on his counterspell.
He did.
It's funny because it didn't work. Now that everyone's caught up.
Yeah, you guys. So, you guys did see the information that I posted for you, correct?
Yes.
Over in game notes. Okay. Learned some stuff. So what you guys had learned was a few things about Scourge over the 3 days prior to the fight. You guys had learned of had actually learned of Zakos beforehand, but in the situation, it was something of like, who are you and why and what is this? And afterwards, you guys would have kind of come to terms with, oh wait, yeah, we kind of read about that guy, but you didn't know how modern the book was. But you also heard of our guest, the Bringer of Long Winter, which was a name that I wanted to point out.
Our guest. Yes.
So,
White Dragon.
You guys are currently aboard the Joker's Folly. So, my question for you:
whose sending rock was that?
Whose sending rock do you think it was?
It wasn't mine because I'm using it.
It's Blue's.
That's crazy.
No. Why would it be mine?
No, Blue doesn't want to owe the DM liquor whenever his cell phone goes off.
Oh yeah, let
He
me
knows
just
better.
go buy that quick, sorry.
No, so you guys, I will give you guys an option at this point. Would you like to spend, there are going to be a few days on the ship. Would you guys like to go ahead and act those out?
Like talking to crew and
Yeah.
Jasper?
Talking
Jasper.
to people, making fun of people who like rock.
I would like to find rocks on the ship. No. I do want to do a couple of making prayers to aforementioned deity that I can't remember the name of right now.
Okay.
Shantae.
Shantae.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so so we ended the last game with you guys flying away from the city. So
we did. We hopped on in the tumultuous, chaotic escape from the city as the army of Alfengard was descending upon the Rakdos cultists, I believe. outside the walls. Scourge, the red dragon, has been felled.
The
Um,
the forces outside of the walls were actually the forces of Scourge.
Oh, Scourge cultists. My
Yes.
mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, all cultists, they wear the same robes. They get them from the same, cult shop.
Which
I can't tell them apart.
So as you guys know, the Tuesday night game was also in the city of Atrocity. And that group is actually the one that dealt with what was going on outside of the walls.
Oh, cool.
So they were a part of that. And kind of things inside the walls, but not directly like in your general vicinity.
Well, Lady Evergarden was made aware via sending about Scourge, and she was the one who told us that now might be a good time to leave.
Yes. Yeah, Lady Evergarden actually brought in the forces of Alfengard to help with the city and what would be the rebuilding and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And there were things going on there that you guys aren't fully aware of. So, now Reverence would have been able to make you aware of them, but I don't have any memory of him blatantly telling you things. So,
No, he didn't. He didn't really have time or desire to tell us. It seemed. I mean, a freaking adult gold dragon showed up, morphed into a person, asked for him to return some crazy sword to her.
to her, yes.
And then she morphed back into a dragon and flew away. She's like, "Give back the blade," and he's like, "Okay." All right, that's some story that we don't know about. That's cool. There's some crazy weapons that are apparently handed out by dragons, because that's normal. Whatever.
Right? Yeah.
As long as we kill all chromatic dragons, it's fine. What?
all chromatics, they all must die. Except for maybe Zakos. Zakos is kind of cool so far, but maybe later we'll see. Much easier fight than Scourge was, I can tell you that much. But yeah, so.
Oh, shout out to Obo Crazy. Hey, Lauren. She's from D&D Beyond, so that's cool. We have some people checking us out.
So, that's awesome. Welcome. All right, so continuing with where we had left off.
Mm-hmm.
You
Hopped
guys
onto
are,
Jasper's ship.
Yeah, you guys are currently on Jasper's airship. You've only known him for a few days, but as you
he's a little sketchy, I think.
He is a little sketchy. He seems a little sketchy, but yeah, you see, as you guys are kind of at this point, you guys have left the city completely. You're out over the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see how he pilots the ship. There's a kind of like a pedestal with an orb on top, and you can see that he quite often looks over to his map. That's to the side of him.
Sorry, Nick. I do want to also finish making the rest of those flower pockets. Yeah. So now I would have 15 of them, and I'm just gonna throw the barrels overboard.
I must have missed something.
So you're gonna take the time to make some more flower pockets.
Wait.
Yeah.
Are there rules on littering in this world?
We're over an ocean. It should be okay.
Yeah, we're over an ocean.
Okay.
I would just
they're organic
hold on.
barrels.
I would just like to say, for the sake of the stream, I do not personally support littering.
I don't either.
But
look
yeah,
at this water
like
polluter killing all the dolphins.
Yeah, you're killing all the dolphins. How dare you?
We have to make disclaimers.
Disclaimers that
Macmillan kills all the dolphins.
We do not condone littering, though I am
Well-
throwing barrels into the ocean.
Well, Macmillan. Well, they're wooden barrels, so that's good.
Yeah,
But
see?
Macmillan also probably doesn't like dolphins because he thinks that they like they enslave smaller fish.
Are you kidding me? Dolphins are fine. They just manage population in the
They
ocean,
just manage population.
much like sharks.
They're the ocean managers.
They're the playful
Um,
sharks.
Such an interesting character, Macmillan.
Yeah. I would also like to check out that pipe of lucid dreaming.
That pipe of lucid dreaming.
Yeah.
The one that
What are you gonna?
did I
be...
give that back to you?
Yeah, I still have it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think Veneer didn't want anything else to do with the pipe of lucid dreaming.
No,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
caused some serious problems in that tavern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna check it out.
So
And
you're
then...
okay. You're not gonna use it. You're just gonna check it out.
No. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Everyone started tripping.
Does it?
As I
Would
said,
it potentially help?
Mhm.
As I had said
On our way to
previously,
Lon.
yeah, you guys are on your way to
Yeah.
Lon, but as you're looking it over, as I said previously, it is a very ornate pipe that is made specifically for. It seems to be made specifically for opium use. But you can use other things in it.
Okay.
It just has the best effect with actual opium.
Will do. All right, continue as you were.
Okay. So, but yeah, the first thing I'd like to point out is that you can see that, unlike what you guys have seen from Jasper just in general, he seems to actually be rather focused as he's piloting the ship. And you can see that since he's quiet, the rest of the crew is just kind of milling about doing their normal business. Taking care of this, doing that. But you can see that he's not even actually looking ahead. Jasper is completely focused on that map as he's flying.
What can you tell us of the crew?
What's that?
What can you tell us of the crew? What's the makeup of this crew?
The crew is actually fairly ragtag. He has people. Of just about. Currently, it's about 24, 25 people strong. Has a hodgepodge of different races. He has a couple of Asmir working for him. A few humans. Humans are the majority of the crew. Probably of the 25, there are like 8 or 9 humans on board. But the rest of them are just kind of a hodgepodge of, like halfling, dwarf, Asmir, half elf, 2 or 3 of a lot of other races. And you see one of the humans, his second in command, as everyone's just kind of sitting there in quiet, you can see the sun starting to dip over the horizon. If you guys would like, we have beds downstairs. Did just fight a dragon. It's pretty crazy. Man, you guys fought a fucking dragon.
All in a day's work, my friend.
Yeah, I'm sure all of you believe that, don't you? What is this going to become a daily occurrence? You can become the dragon slayers?
I sure hope not. I have other priorities, I think.
I don't know. It sounds kind of nice to me.
I would prefer not. As much as you all have grown on me, I would rather stick to my goals, and I am out now, and so I would like to find my ways into the higher ranks of Alfengard, but I suppose killing a dragon will do on some days.
I'm sure you and your crew are just as impressive. After all, you visit the legendary Library of Lon on what? Many occasions?
Oh, well. See, I've been there once, yeah.
And?
Worked
Do
with
tell.
Jasper for a couple years. Well, it's
Does it float?
Oh, yes. It flies. I wouldn't call what it does floating by any standard. Floating means buoyancy. This is propelled. It can move towards you as you're coming into the port.
Is the library an airship of its own?
Oh no, it's islands floating in the sky.
Oh,
Like
I
so it's
thought
true then.
we had just said it wasn't floating.
uh, fair. They
It
move.
sounds like it's mobile.
It is. It's highly mobile.
Very, very, very mobile island.
Well, they don't like to stay in one place. That's why it's so hard to find, obviously.
The islands or the people?
Jamie kind of crosses her arms and says,
It's a good
First
question.
you tell me it's not floating. You say
It's
it's
not
floating,
floating, it's
and
flying.
you say that the islands have personality and don't like to sit still.
The islands don't have personality. The person
We may have been
piloting
reading into
the
that one.
islands have personality. You know, I'm just a deckhand, okay? I help with most of the preparations of the ship. I'm not perfect.
I sure like to
Unfortunately,
think I am, but
we
it's
lost our second strongest fighter a couple weeks ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that. What happened?
Oh, she left.
she
Oh, not a
leaves.
casualty then.
No.
And left? Why would she leave?
Oh, some tiefling. A guy named Reverence. Him and his party, this Ganassi guy, an elf, and Dragonborn, I think.
I give Veneer a look and mouth. Is that familiar to you?
Is Reverence, that was the name of the tiefling who interjected.
You guys
We
know,
did catch his name.
You guys know Reverence?
We have had the pleasure of meeting, I suppose you could say.
Oh, he's a pretty good guy. He's kind of quiet.
He's a kill stealer.
He's wonderful.
Oh, don't mind me. Just a little bitter.
You're hard not to mind, Veneer.
Yeah,
you
bitter.
make yourself.
I think their crew was Zerquel, Bo, Xandor, and Reverence. Xandor's an interesting person. He turned Reverence into a cat, and then used that as a way to hit on Arabelle, and she liked it, so she went with them. She thought they were good company.
Your crew seems rather disloyal if swayed so simply.
Well, she was getting paid, first off. She was with us for about 6 months, but for the most part, she's a sellsword from up north, Abrath. One of the barbaric nobands up there.
Money sure does make people more attractive, I suppose. I can't disagree.
Since when have you needed money?
I haven't. It's just more fun that way. Then I have other people of high class, and I don't walk around with someone dirty. And I just kind of
Rich
shoot
elves. What? Nothing.
What was that?
You guys suddenly hear...
How long do you expect it would take to get us to the Library of Lon?
You actually, as you were going to say that, you go, how long, as you hear Jasper suddenly interject, is he 2.5 days, maybe shorter if they move towards us.
I see. Good to know. Is there anything we can help with in the meantime? Perhaps?
You see he does a few little motions with his hand over the orb as he kind of pulls his hand away, looks over. I'm sure there's something that you can find to do here. Unless you would like to rest, you did just fight a dragon. And by the
Rest?
way, bravo! I was hoping to help you fight it, but unfortunately you killed it too quickly.
Oh, we didn't need your help, but thank you.
We didn't really need Reverence's help either, and yet here we are.
Yeah, that reminds me. What did you say Reverence was? A tiefling? I have yet to find many impressive humans. It's kind of unfortunate. I heard they were brave, but more mystery in Elfengard.
Humans?
Humans.
Humans are capable of many things, just like, well, elves, I suppose, except for maybe living a really, really ridiculously long time.
It's a very good skill to have.
A skill? Is it really a skill?
Well,
You see Johann the deckhand kind of looking back and forth between you guys. I wouldn't call negligible senescence a skill.
well, I would say when I
Oh.
reach 100 and I am still capable and talented at being alive and the human dies.
That was impressive vocabulary there, friend. Negligible senescence.
Well,
I think I shall use that more often.
it's honesty is what it is. I may not be the smartest, but I know a thing or two from my travels.
Yes. Do tell, how far and wide have you traveled on this ship with Jasper?
Oh, we've been from.
Have you been to Ilbar?
Oh yeah, we've been to Ilbar. We've been as far north as the capital Sermont. As far east as. See him kind of think for a minute. Is he? Whatever the capital of Abarath is called. I don't know. It's cold, unpleasant. Yeah. That's it. I didn't care for it much. It was it's cold. Really
So you've
cold.
encountered other Warforged then?
Wait, are you? You're not
Right.
disguised.
Warforged.
You're disguised currently. You see him.
I am currently in human disguise. That's correct.
You see, he kind of looks over. You see him. Yeah, I've met some Warforged, but I didn't know you were Warforged. See him.
Oh, yeah. I do go about in disguise. Here, just give me a moment. There we go.
Not Elven. So disappointed.
Excuse me.
She shrugs.
You already knew.
I already knew, but your disguise is not Elven. I have to make fun of you for something. I figure.
Why would I use an elven disguise? That's far too high profile. Especially in a town such as Vitrosity that we were in.
Really? So the minute I met you, I meet you in the disguise of a high house elder, and that's appropriate.
That was a different situation, and you know it.
I think I was perfectly capable, but I do love a savior after all, so nice.
It wasn't to save you, it was to... never mind. Go on thinking whatever it is you wish to think.
She grins and says, I love this game.
This game.
Good. We'll be playing it for a long time.
Johann just kind of shakes his head as he's now given up on the conversation. He just kind of walks away. Gets back to work. You can see now that Jasper isn't, paying as much attention to navigation. He and the crew start talking as they begin to get a little boisterous and
I reapply my
lively.
disguise self.
Okay, like always.
Buddy
It's
has
just
something.
it's just a more comfortable state. You will notice, however, that this time the ears are slightly more pointed,
Uh-huh.
just slightly.
Oh,
So
oh,
maybe like
half
quarter elven.
I love that. I was gonna say half elven, and then you're just like quarter elven.
No.
There's
Quarter
there's
Quarter
just
elven.
there's just enough of a point for people to notice there's a point, but it's not like a long year or anything.
He's
That's what
pushing.
he's saying.
He's winning this game with subtlety. I like it. Interesting.
Winning the game with subtlety.
What's the crew up to? Are they actively piloting the ship, or is there some sort of, I don't know, like leisure activity that they're up to?
They're currently starting to get into leisure activities, which include drinking, singing, dancing, um,
Oh,
pulling out instruments, and just having a good time. That's why I said
sounds
they're
fun.
starting to get more lively, and you can
So
hear that
they must have plenty of booze on board then.
they do have plenty of booze on board currently, and you can hear that they are singing, Macmillan, your favorite kind of music, sea shanties.
Hey, not Macmillan's.
Well, I wasn't
Mine.
gonna say your name.
Rice.
Rise,
Yeah, Rice.
be rice to
Uh,
nice. They are
Be Rice to Nice, my fave music.
your favorite
Sea
kind of
shanty.
music, sea shanties.
I mean, I could go about that shit all day. I'm gonna join them with my doot doot non-magic flute.
When Rice was just
All right.
Non-magic flute. Good
Yeah.
call on not using the magic flute.
Yeah. If I used
And
the
when you
magic
say
flute, we'd all get attacked by smoke monsters or
whenever
something.
you say flute, you mean pipe, and whenever you say pipe, you mean the one that may kill the entire crew.
Yeah, one that may kill the entire crew, including.
It's just mass psychosis. I don't see the problem.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
It's
fine.
now hold on. It's not psychosis. It's just not good times.
Yeah,
They
it's not
see into weird depths of some other planar
okay.
mind.
Whoa,
I don't
whoa,
know.
whoa! If we're going into that, I'd say it's a little closer to schizophrenia, to be
Yeah,
technical. Psychosis
it's
is
way
not
closer
knowing
to
what's going on.
schizophrenia than anything.
Schizophrenia is hallucinations.
Anyways, I do
Okay.
want to spend one of the nights, and I want to talk to Ms. Fine with Yale Sending Stone.
Okay.
And I just want to ring, banana phone. Ms.
So you're
Fine.
sending Miss Fine some words. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna send Ms. Fine. Ms. Fine, it has been a long time, but our friend Veneer, he is lightening up. He seems to have a pip in his step nowadays, and though you are gone, you live in memory with our party. And I gave your bow and sword away to a person, but if they mistreat it, I am going to fucking kill them. So, just letting you know. But
I think that was more than 25 words, but
yeah, and I'm just gonna keep on going until I hear something back.
Okay. Okay.
I got
Give-
this. I got this. Are you ready? I think I could do this.
I can think of something, but I didn't have 25 words written out because I
No,
totally didn't.
I got this. It's not even gonna be 25 words long. You have a response come back that's Macmillan. It's literally been 3 days. I'm not dead. I'm just going home. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
No, that sounds right.
And you have to insert some expletives of "you did what to my bow?"
Oh, and you
and
did
yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah. Tell
You did
tell
what with my stuff?
tell people I like them.
Oh, and then also tell
They-
Veneer that I
they
miss.
have to-
He
Uh,
won't tell me that.
and then I'll
Tell-
I'll go over to Veneer and I'll say rootin' tootin', my friend,
Rootin' tootin', my friend.
and then
I
I'll go
make
join
a
them.
single finger gun at him, and I put the thumb down, and I say, "Yes."
And then I'll go join them in song and dance.
And then I sort of shrug. I don't know what he was talking about.
Oh no! Wait.
Macmillan
Oh.
doesn't make any sense to me.
Wait. No. So he sends me something. He sends Miss Fine something, and then Miss Fine would send something back.
Yeah, but
It's
you
up to
also,
Macmillan if he's gonna actually share what you say.
Yeah,
but
and then
Miss Fine also has a sending stone as well.
I do, but she wouldn't know to talk to Veneer because she wouldn't know that Veneer misunderstood.
Well, hold on. Now wait a second. No, that's not true. You did travel with
How
him
many
for a
settings?
while, and you know that the one that got a hold of you was Macmillan. So no, actually, Miss Fine, if you'd like to reply as Miss Fine to Veneer, I'm gonna say that she is, because she's highly intelligent. She would very easily put two and two together to say, "God damn it, he said something stupid to Veneer." So yeah, if you'd like to write up a 25, or if you'd like to just say something to Veneer as Miss Fine, you may.
I totally just missed like the last 30 seconds. The Discord wouldn't stop coming out.
Uh,
I'm so sorry.
yeah, no, I
He
said
said that Miss Fine would have assumed that Macmillan would have not relayed any information useful that would be
yeah.
useful to the situation.
That's fair. Yeah, I will type something up. I will type up execs. Okay. I'll ship that off.
Okay. So, uh, for a couple of days, you guys spend time watching and helping the crew of the Joker's Folly and whatever needs to be done around the ship. As on the second day on board, you see that they actually have somebody tie off a rope around their waist as they pull the rope up and tie it to the mast and slowly lower the individual to fixed side of the ship while you're still in the air.
Curious.
As you hear Jasper kind of yell over the side, he goes, "I don't make it look too good. Uh, don't want anyone to think that we're, legitimate or anything." Kind of goes back about his whatever he has been doing for most of the day. Basically navigating and things like that. And
See.
this would be about halfway into the second day, as you guys are flying over part of the Great Ocean Fairs. You guys are actually kind of close to being. You guys have actually gone over land and back over into the Great Ocean Ferris. So you are now over one of the great oceans of the world. And as you are approaching this cloud bank, you can see the clouds are kind of moving, um, doing this weird, almost like wisp and movement as the front end of the cloud starts to kind of billow forward, and you can see what appears to be a small island come out of the clouds. And as it's moving forward, you can see that the island has a large magical chain connected back deeper into the clouds as a couple more islands begin to come forward. And you can see, after a few minutes of watching the islands just kind of emerge from this cloud bank, the large, massive island that would be in the center comes forward. With it, you can see that it has towers hundreds of feet high. The island itself is probably a couple miles in diameter, as it's slowly making its way out of the clouds. You hear Jasper look down and go, "Not long now."
Clearly.
So,
What is that made of? That it can fly as? as it does.
See him kind of shrug. I'm sure they'll answer. But I told you I knew the way. Did I not?
I don't
Yes,
believe
yes.
we would believe you if we didn't trust you.
Hmm.
Trust me, it gets better the closer you are. As you
I said I
guys,
trusted you with what you say you know. No more than that.
you see, he kind of rolls with the little orb under his hand. He kind of rolls the orb forward. As you guys pick up a little bit more speed, you can see as you're coming in the large. As you guys kind of lift up a little bit more and get a view beyond some of the frontal buildings and the outward spires, you actually get a better look of the central building, which is also almost like several large spires that start as one at the base and then come up into multiple spikes that reach up into the sky and beyond. With the largest central tower being flattened on the top. As you guys are coming in, you start flying past the forward floating islands, and you can see on the island to the right this little halfling kind of waving at you, um, yelling something that you can't really hear. You can see as he starts doing that, a few other people kind of walk over and they start waving. Off to the right, you can see another small group of people on the island off to the left. The island off to the left, you can see people also kind of waving and yelling things out to you guys with huge smiles as they're, just generally jovial. As you pull up into the landing dock on the side of the island, the first thing you guys notice is that the island itself has many well taken care of gardens and grass patches, along with what appears to be not marble but another type of white stone laid in as the sidewalks or the walking paths. And you can see that they have many, many things crammed within a 2-mile space and basically have maximized the efficiency of the space that they have. As you guys begin to walk onto off of the ship and onto the docks and into the island itself, you can see that there are people of many different races that live here: halflings, humans, gnomes, some elves, and
How
most of
is
the
this place legendary if there are so many people here?
as
Veneer wonders to himself.
Veneer wonders to himself. But yeah, you can see that there are many people on the outward islands that were. From here, you can see the outward islands a little bit better as you're looking down on them at this point. And you can see many of the outward islands are farms. They have small communities with farms. And you can see that the center island is made up of primarily small groups of people that operate and run the island itself. But you can see that a majority of the people that you find on the center island are small.
Wait. Operate the island?
Operate
Are
the
they
island.
private? I want to
Um,
hang out with them.
They are the people that are
That's pretty
operating
cool.
the island are the people that are working on the island. But there are people here who operate the island. Yes. that operate the actual island, not the ground above.
I wonder how old this place is.
I wonder what kind of rocks they have here.
Cool
Old
ones.
rocks, perhaps.
How do
Mayhap
they move the island?
with
Elementals,
magic.
perhaps? It's certainly
Find out.
magic.
This is
These things are not very aerodynamic.
But yeah,
I
as
yes.
you
That's
guys,
why I want to know.
Fast either.
but yeah, as you guys are talking, you can see that the majority of people on the island are these people between like 4.5 and 5 feet tall. They're wearing like very standard robes with cloaks, but you can see that they have the face of a raven.
The face what? Sorry.
The face of a raven.
Oh, the
The kinku.
okay. Yeah, the
You guys,
Kenku who look for stuff.
yeah, you guys have met a few of these guys before. The emissaries of Lon. You
Yes,
can
the
see
emissaries.
that primarily that is is who lives here. The most of the people that live on the center island are the kinku who go out and search for knowledge.
Mhm.
So as
Do
you
we
guys,
have free reign to go poke around?
no one is stopping you from having free range to go poke around.
I look at Macmillan and Veneer and go, "What are we here for?"
We're here to find out more about the strange dreams. About the dragons that blot out the sun. Did we not tell you this? Could have sworn we told
I
you this.
heard Library of Lon and met Jasper, and now I realize they have flying islands that you can probably move yourself. I want to
Well,
learn how it
you'd
works.
probably need a team of people to move them, to operate them, I imagine.
I mean, yeah, I wasn't trying to do that by myself. I just wanted to know how. Look, I don't know why we're here per se. I have many questions, but I don't feel like they're the most helpful to our mission.
Yeah. So as you guys are talking, you can see that there's a half elf a little bit of ways away from you who is um was sitting down reading something, but has since had more interest in your conversation as you are outsiders. So is listening in and watching, like looking back and forth as he's like, is this
Ah,
as he himself is kind of like, oh, is this a fight? Is this social
Oh,
like is this social anarchy? I must watch.
oh, I'm ignoring him. I have an idea to explore. I have an argument.
okay, well, clearly the whole place isn't the Library of Law. The library must reside somewhere on the island. And as such, we should find it and find whoever runs the place and keeps all the information and ask them a thing or two about those progenitors of the chromatic dragons. That's
Yes, yes. Remind me context. What were these dreams from?
um, they just sort of happened. I didn't actually experience them. I just recorded the fact that they happened because it seemed, well, out of the ordinary and perhaps important. I'm sorry.
Who had them?
Uh, well, that would be someone from before you joined us, friend of ours.
Are they dead?
Oh, oh no. They just
No. Oh, by the way,
they just
Vinia,
went on their way.
she does say hello.
Yes,
She.
she she did contact me herself, Macmillan,
Oh,
after
really?
realizing that perhaps you weren't going to.
Can I roll an insight check on Veneer?
That I weren't
Well,
going to what?
How off does he look right now?
Well, Veneer, that would be. That's a hard question to answer because
That's what
Veneer
I'm gonna roll.
doesn't really ever look off per se. He does put
Off.
thumbs up hand emojis as his face sometimes, but beyond that,
Not that that means anything to anyone.
yeah,
In
it's just
in
a weird thing
tone,
that Veneer does.
in tone, in syntax. There's a lot of ways that Veneer still
Well,
awkward.
it's been clear to you from the way he's been talking about this person. He's been vague as to revealing their identity, besides the fact that it was a woman
And a friend.
Mm-hmm.
and a friend. So,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not really his place to necessarily divulge said identity, perhaps.
You could say she is his woman friend, his girlfriend, if you will.
His friend that happens to be a
Wait,
girl.
really? I didn't know that. Okay.
No, yeah, she's your friend and she's a girl.
She's a girl.
Yeah, and she's
yes.
a girl. Yeah,
That
yeah,
that much is true.
yeah.
Yes, Veneer.
I mean,
I think I will probably go with Macmillan to figure out more about this library. I suppose we can.
Look, Ignis had the weirder dream. Or what's
Viola?
been it?
Viola?
Viola. Viola? Yeah.
Viola.
Bola.
Okay,
Oh
she
yeah. How is? Where the fuck is Tufty?
Tufty was on the boat with you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where is he
okay.
right now?
So our kobold bard is with us? Excellent.
Yes, yeah, your
Our
kobold bard is
kobold.
with you.
All right. How's he liking the new instrument?
You mean Tufty, the Slayer of Badgers?
Yeah.
I wonder if we can implement him with sidekick mechanics.
Oh my god, love it.
TBD.
He actually has a full character sheet now.
Oh,
Yes.
even cooler.
Have I given him any spells? Nope, I didn't give him any spells.
It's okay because he has the best title of any of us. Tufty the Badger Slayer.
Tufty the Badger Slayer. But yeah, Tufty is with you guys. He has not left the ship yet. Neither has Buela.
I think she was recovering. She was hurt pretty bad.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, I had 26 HP.
Also, that. Well, okay, but the player also isn't here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fine.
So she's recovering.
You showed up. He didn't. She didn't. He didn't. Whatever. He who plays a she did not show up. There you go.
Well, I say she because it's the character. Okay.
Yeah.
What? Fine. I don't know. Yeah.
It's
okay.
confusing with him sometimes. It's all right.
It's fine. Okay, so this half elf is watching us and not offering to help whatsoever.
Well, as you guys are talking,
my
back
kinsman
and forth,
is useless.
Do I notice he's watching?
Well, no, you specifically said you ignore him.
Yeah, but
yeah, you see.
How do you ignore someone unless you notice them in order to ignore them?
Yeah, you noticed him, but you said you ignore him.
Uh-huh.
So if you'd like to change something, but no, you can see that as you guys are talking back and forth, he's getting really into your conversation as he goes. Suddenly gets this like weird look on his face. You see him. Then like a sudden realization. See. Oh, yes. As he kind of stands up and he straightens out his robes, you see him kind of walk over to you guys. He says, "Hi, welcome, outsiders.
Yes, hello.
Hi.
I am Veneer, and you are?
Well, oh, I wasn't expecting that.
What? A greeting from a person with whom you're speaking.
Sorry,
You have a name, don't you?
Yes.
Do you remember your name?
Yes. Wait, hold on. I don't do this well. Can I restart?
Be my guest.
I am Macmillan Tumblefoot.
Oh, you see
it is a pleasure to meet you.
He walks away. He goes back and sits down as you see him. You see he as he kind of looks back and forth.
Bully this kid.
As you see he kind of
I
looks
wanna
up.
I love
He
I love
acts
between him and Jamie.
he acts as if he has had the realization again. As he
Alright, comes closer, I'm definitely gonna moss the floor.
I kind of like nudge Veneer. What?
I'm just gonna moss the floor. This kid's getting bullied.
Oh no.
as you
I
see,
don't think he sees many outsiders.
he stands
Yeah,
up.
I don't see what.
Kind of
is it
comes
about?
over to
I
you
am
guys.
gonna approach closer, and then I'm gonna moss the floor as I'm approaching him, so he
See him.
slips. See if I can catch him.
Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. Okay. Shh.
Greetings. I am Artis von Restus Exton. It is a pleasure to meet you.
And you as
Welcome
well.
to the Library of Lawn, outsiders.
Yes.
Was that better?
Hello.
Thank you.
I
It was
I
perfect.
It is a pleasure to be of your service. I
Ah.
have not
Mr.
met you
von
before.
Restus Vesting. Was that right?
No,
I'm not sure I caught all of that correct.
my
Uh,
my apologies. Why are you?
Artis.
Des is
Des.
fine. Des is fine.
Why?
Des.
Yes, Des.
Yes. Why are you
DES.
so fidgety and antsy around us?
He doesn't see
Well,
many people from outside of course.
Yes, absolutely. That is exactly why.
Yeah.
Well, we have such a small community here. I mean,
Larger than expected.
well, there's a lot of um, uh, you see, he kind of loses his words for a moment as he, there's a lot of, I'm very excited.
Do I have that spell prepared? Hang on. There's a
Are you
spell for that.
Are you gonna calm him down?
I thought I had calm emotions, but I
you use
don't.
calm emotions and he just falls asleep.
I really was going to turn up the charm.
He only has two settings, which is fidgety and asleep.
Fidget and tranquilize.
Fidget and
Can I
tranquilize.
actually? I would like to cast a spell on him
Okay.
if he's willing. I put my hand on his shoulder and I cast enhance ability using Eagle's Splendor to give him advantage on charisma checks while I concentrate on this.
Wow.
Okay. See him.
You can do it, Des.
You're right. After I help you guys, I think I'm gonna go take that test. And after that, I'll be a real wizard.
Of course
Yes.
you will.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Come
I
with me.
look at
I'll
Victor
take you
and
to the.
just narrow my eyes.
I'll take you to the center building. That is where you'll find the leaders of our great and wondrous people.
That
And for
sounds
which we are thankful.
wonderful.
As you guys are walking, you see them. Oh yes, the leaders are fantastic. There's basically one for each house. Each school of magic. He kind of thinks to himself. Even Master Arden, who's dead. I guess that's kind of a minor inconvenience, but he is the head of the necromancy.
Necromancy, of
School.
course, yes.
So,
clever. I like it.
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't say he's a bad guy. I'd say he's a dead guy. He's a good mage.
He must be if he's still practicing posthumously.
Yes. Yes. Of course.
Or perhaps unposthumously? Yes, unposthumously. Clever.
He kind of thinks for a moment and isn't. He's like,
He's the center building where the library itself
yes.
resides.
Well, actually, so there's a lot of books here. Um, The main library is in the center building. We also have, as he kind of points to the spires, he goes, every other spire also contains a small library. And then we also have, though most of us aren't allowed in, it's typically only the council that's allowed in. But under the center building, there is a vault um, that houses books of more importance, things that they wouldn't want normal people getting a hold of. Um, as you guys, he's saying this as you guys are getting closer to the center building, and you can see a elven man. Looks kind of older. Um, his head is bald. As you can see, he's wearing vibrantly colored red robes. I see. Des, who do you have there? Oh, um, Master Lewin. It's a pleasure to see you. These are, uh, your veneer
I am.
and your Mac
Macmillan.
Macmillan. Yeah, see, and then
I
oh
reach out my hand
crap!
for
I
the one
never
that's
got your
Jamie.
name.
I say, don't worry about it. My name is Jamie LaRue of Elfengard, and I am the
Yes, I know of the LaRue family. You actually are originally
you
from. You see him smile. It's been a long time since I've been in Elfengard.
you
But the
well, you
LaRue are.
actually know of my family.
Yes. You're one of the
I
greater families of the Feywild.
I mean, yes, of course. Everyone knows that.
This man is incredibly old, right?
He is old, yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Veneer will actually take off his top hat just briefly and sort of give a little like a nod, like bowing his head
okay.
slightly in his general direction, then redonning his top hat.
You see, Master Lowen kind of looks you over for a moment as he gives a very uh, a wide smile, not teeth, but just a wide closed mouth smile. See, and so we have Larue Eladrin, and you come from. As he kind of looks down at Macmillan, he just by your dress, it appears that you are from Tanelin, yes, the monastery,
Very much so.
and you, sir, you see, he kind of looks you over for a moment. See, your disguise is quite good, but you are made in Ilpar, no mistake.
I raise an eyebrow. Huh.
Are Warforged art
Most
made in Ilbar?
most observant, sir.
You become very observant when you are as old as I am.
How old is that exactly? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, I am a member of the Council of Nine. Master Lowen, I am the head of evocation on the island.
Ooh. Ooh.
All right. Master of evocation on a
Oh yeah.
floating island. Okay,
See him?
this guy is probably the strongest dude we've met so far.
Bomb as hell. Hell
See him?
yeah.
I remember Alfengard back whenever they all back whenever they owned only the land that they call Alfengard, and back when Ilbar was only a small fishing village on a coast.
A what?
As he kind of looks over to Jamie and goes,
Oh yeah, eyes wide. I am
See
so
him.
ready for. He is so cool.
So I am not sure who the current ruler of Alfengard is. But the last time I was there, see, thinks about it for a moment, had to be before the change to the two kings system. When
What the hell?
Oh shit, that's a long time ago.
the last king I remember was Dorane Vosner, which in your history studies you actually recognize that name.
Mm-hmm.
That very particular individual died 915 years ago.
Holy shit, this guy is old.
Okay. So she was a good girl in history class, but also doesn't have the social IQ of an actual slug. So she's just gonna nod and oh, wow. That's so. How do you go
which
from?
which brings you to a realization about who the Council of Nine is.
Did you say he's of the Council of Old?
Yes, he is of the Council of Nine.
I
He's
see.
very old indeed. I can see he's the
The
High
Council of
Council.
Old.
It makes sense. I didn't think it would be as on the nose, but it checks out.
Yeah, it checks
Well,
out.
for those of you, so the thing is that what you guys realize is, they bring up the Council of Nine, which covers the primary schools of magic, and as you're kind of thinking about it, you're like, wait, if he's over 900 years old, then the Council of Nine are the nine
He's just
wizards
making faces at the camera.
that probably stopped the last great cataclysm 880 years ago.
Cutie.
The
Keep
individuals,
sending me those videos.
for you guys, the individual standing in front of you
Yes,
probably isn't
I
just
find them absolutely
the oldest,
adorable.
one of the oldest individuals you've ever met.
Nice.
He's probably one of the single most
Fuck.
powerful individuals you've
I thought my mic was muted.
ever met.
I'm gonna.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna.
just yeet
That's not an
myself
I'm
off
elf,
the
that's
face
a
of the
muppet.
earth.
Thank you, Soda.
But I would like to talk to this guy, and I want to say, so how old are you exactly?
That is an inappropriate question, Macmillan.
Madame LaRue, it is no worry. I, good sir, am 1582.
I was only off by 600 years. Shoot.
However, I do also have another question. Uh, you seem to know a lot about the lay of the land, the people, as well as my monastery. I do
Yes.
not know anything of history-wise, as I kept much of my training to more combat basis. Is there any time in the future when you can enlighten me on such a topic?
Depends on how long you'd like to stay.
How long are we going to stay, friends?
He kind of taps the side of his head as you see him. In here is 1500 years of knowledge. With all of
Well,
us here as the heads of council, we have more than 10 millennia between us. Easily.
that's frankly Incredible. We do have some very, very important questions to ask you. If you don't mind that we skip some pleasantries and get right to it.
Of course.
I'm not sure how much time we have, but all our sources have been pointing to you, the Council of Old specifically, as being the best place to gain the information that we seek.
And what information is that, if I may ask?
Yeah, what information is that?
The
Why we're
first,
that
the first
question?
set of questions revolves around Verislother and Turaklother, the
Mother and father of
progenitors.
Chroma.
Yes, the mother and father of chromatic dragons, the progenitors. A friend of ours had what seemed to have been a dream of their imminent awakening, reawakening, coming, something of the sort. And apparently one of them, at least, according to said dream, is awake.
Des. Yes, sir. Take your leave.
Should we take this conversation elsewhere?
Yes, come with me. We have much to discuss.
Seems you already knew of this.
As he turns and steps inside the grand library, and
We
that
follow.
is where we are going to take our break.
Oh, bathroom break.
Yay!
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am
yeah.
extremely embarrassed. I thought my mic was muted. Holy fuck! I feel like an
It
idiot.
was real cute, dude. It was real
Yeah,
cute.
yeah. Nick,
But
why
I'll
didn't you
be.
say anything? God damn it!
It's
I
fine.
Just
just.
kept going, and I thought
I
my
did.
mic
I
was
just kept
muted.
going, and I was just like, I just didn't think about it.
Holy
Um,
shit! I
yeah,
feel
but
like an
yeah,
idiot.
Come on, buddy. That's okay.
yeah, crazy.
Uh,
I'll do the bard voice once I get back. But
well,
everyone,
thanks
take a
Blue
bathroom
for
break.
cueing me
I'll
in
be
on the fact that I was
right
being an
back with you
idiot.
guys.
All right, catch you
I'm
later.
gonna be totally honest. I didn't even catch on to what you were saying, so I just
Yeah.
kind of. Oh, you bitch! He got rid of my. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Okay, have fun. Bye. Take care of thyself. Hmm.
I'm back with a baby.
Welcome back.
Yeah. You want to play on the stream too? Here, I'll give you a character. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting you a character right now. Yeah.
What a
You want to play
baby.
Gervan Deus Volca?
Oh boy.
No.
Polka Paladin.
Nikolai Skildergleam? No. Anna Falkhouse? No. Okay. We'll find you the right character. No, yeah, you're not playing Macmillan. Oh yeah, no, that's the
Hello.
one that you want.
Hello.
Howdy. Meowdy.
Greetings.
Hello.
Even the baby greets you.
Eh. Oh,
What a baby.
oh, okay. Well, that's cute.
Okay. No, you're not playing Macmillan. This is my character. Yeah, I know.
Aunt
You want to play
M.
Macmillan.
I mean, she's probably about as tall.
She is. I actually think she's about as tall as Macmillan is. Baby, I need you to stand up. Oh no, she is 2 foot tall.
Oh, Macmillan's still a little taller.
Yep, just a little bit. Half a foot taller than my character, Macmillan. Hello, child.
Diminutive gnome. It's just a descriptor. I don't know if gnomes come in like petite sizes. Oh man.
Okay. Yes.
His name is Lewin, right?
Yeah.
All right. I don't think I remember which one of the two is awake. The dragons.
Uh, yeah, that one. And yeah,
We
Tiamat.
also-
Yes, Blue.
What about Tiamat?
Oh, the baby's just saying Tiamat's the other one that's awake.
Didn't Tiamat like create these two?
Yeah.
I thought that was the lore here.
Well, I guess the baby's wrong.
Oh.
She's just trying to make an educated guess.
It seems unlikely that the baby would be wrong, but okay. We probably need to also ask about Beulah's dream. Well, less of a dream and more of a chat with the aboleth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to find the time to bring that up.
Oh, is that the? Oh Jesus. Okay. Is that the one we talked to on my old? Ow! Stop
Yeah.
headbutting me.
That's the one that contacted you and that random rock you picked up.
Yeah.
Alright, so I am back, and because so I'm going to do something real quick because I'm pretty sure we have people who have not heard Tufty's
Oh
voice
yeah.
yet.
Say hello to Nick.
We have people what?
Yeah, he's the DM who just
Crazy.
let me talk.
Crazy has not heard Tufty's voice yet,
Oh, how
as
crazy!
Tufty has not been in this game.
Oh,
So for Crazy, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yeah. So guys, how are you guys doing tonight?
How are you liking your new lute or mandolin?
It is great. It
Yes.
is. It's
Does
one
it
of
have the right structure? I was not sure what I was doing. I do
Oh,
not make
it's
instruments.
yes, it's fantastic. I love it.
I'm glad. I based it entirely off your own design. Ah, baby. Yes, I understand.
But yeah, is everyone back? Is everyone ready to play? All right, cool. So, feels bad. Beulah is not here, so is going to miss out on this description. As the doors to the library open. The first thing that you notice is that all of the bookshelves on the inside are made of this same white stone that many of the streets and buildings are made of. You can see that the bookshelves bend with the curvature of the building on the inside. And as you look up, there's a floor every 20 feet or so that is made of translucent, almost as if you would be able to walk on light. As you make your way into the library, you can see there's not a single open spot on any of the shelves as you're walking through. And you find, once you get to the center of the building, it is almost as if the bullseye in a target, with row upon row upon row of books, with a crosshair right in the center for getting through all of these rows. In the center, you can see that there is a 30-foot space where there is a circle glyph on the ground in the center, and you can see a staircase with no rails, translucent, the same almost light-like material that is being used for the floors above, spiraling into infinity. As Master Lowen steps onto the glyph and says, "We do not have time to take the stairs."
Then
You do not have
teleportation.
time to take the stairs.
What do you suggest, Master Lou?
Come. As you guys walk into the center with him, you can feel
back. I have to drop off the baby.
you can feel a slight shift as the floor beneath you begins to raise faster and faster. As you can see,
It's just an elevator.
Yeah, it's an elevator. Floor after floor after floor. Rows and rows and rows of books. Thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of books. As after a moment on the elevator, you make your way to the top. As you come into the top of the tower, and you look around, you can see even this portion, just before the audience chamber of the Nine, is also full of great tomes. Books and tomes old, beyond imagination. Some of them dated with times that your history does not even tell of. As you continue forward into the audience chamber, you can see many elves sitting in the room. With Master Lowen, it makes 8.
Is it too dangerous to keep the books on the surface of the planet? Would that be a reasonable assumption? Oh, jeez.
As you see, he takes his seat. There are 3 women and 4 men sitting at the table. And to the very left, you see the necromancer, an elder lich.
That's pretty boss. Not gonna lie, that's cool.
As soon as you step in, you hear, from your left, you hear, "Ah, visitors again, so soon. Interesting. Not as long ago as I would have thought it would have been since our last meeting with newcomers. Who do you bring in now, Master Lowen?"
I lean over and whisper to Veneer, in the instance that the Lich and the head of evocation, Master Lowen, fight, who do you think wins?
I say the
Fight.
Lich.
Why would they have no reason to fight?
Hypothetical question. Hypothetical.
Actually, I say evocation.
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
I think evocation.
Does it matter if the Lich is killed? He'll just come back.
That's true. Wait, is this a long game or a single battle?
I
If
don't
you
know.
take a look at them, it's clearly a long game.
No. If the hypothetical battle, would this be
Yeah,
a
yeah,
long
yeah.
game battle? Or?
We have
Yeah.
tried.
Wait,
Shh.
they're looking at us.
We have tried. Trust me.
Fuck,
Unfortunately,
they can hear
even
us.
beyond death, I cannot beat that old bastard.
See, I
Though
told you it was him.
it's hard to beat me since he can't find my phylactery.
That's very fair.
As you see, he looks upward towards the top of the room as he... Lyra, are you going to come down, or are you going to sit up there with your navigational tools and trinkets? As you guys look up, you can see the same kind of flooring above as a young woman actually jumps down. Half-elven woman with light blue hair and skin. As she casts Featherfall and gently lands behind her seat and then sits. As she... Sorry, welcome. I did not know we had visitors. I apologize.
Sorry, as an aside, you said bluish skin and hair?
Yes.
Like, what is she, like, part
Like a
Genasi?
oh,
Like a Vidalkin?
That
Oh.
actually... No, actually, she is half elven, half Nazi.
Shit.
so
She's a
like
sea elf.
half a drow.
Okay,
Half
that's
a
cool.
drow. But yeah, she is quite a bit younger than the others as well.
Wouldn't be hard to be younger than the others.
Yeah. Wait, so how old are you if you're significantly younger than the other?
You're just gonna ask that?
Oh, you're like, you look a lot younger than the others. How old are you? As you see, she...
She's saying I look a lot younger than her.
No. You say that to her. You're like, you look a lot
Oh.
younger than the others. And she's like, she kind of giggles and she goes,
Having some mic issues, sorry.
"Oh yeah, not a problem. Sorry. Let me try something. Is that better?
Oh yeah.
Yes, did you get
I'll
closer?
Oh
ASMR,
yes, I
that's
got a
great.
little bit closer.
I like
That's
it.
all I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's
wasn't
cute.
picking up every word. Sorry. Yeah,
But
go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, you see, she just kind of giggles at your statement as she, I'm, yes, that is true. I'm 28.
How?
Haha! See, I told you she was younger.
On the Council of Old.
Well, the previous master died, so, I, being his understudy, took his position.
Ah,
Alright.
you don't have to be old to be on the Council of
Well,
Old.
I'm sure it's the
Well,
council itself. The organization of it is the
The
old.
we are the-
organization of separate ages.
Many refer to us as the Council of Old, but we are the Council of Nine.
Oh, yeah, that
So,
would make a lot more
I-
sense.
And well, not exact. Okay, there's 8 of you. There were 7. Now there's 8.
No,
Council
there were
9.
I
no,
said that there were...
there were 7 when we walked in, and we were following Lewin, so he made 8, and then she dropped from the top.
Yes.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that wrong. Never mind. It's fine.
Yeah, no, you're
Yeah,
fine.
she dropped into the group that was already 8.
Yes.
9. Aha.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. So where did she drop down from?
There is
The
a
up. The
uh,
cupola? I don't know.
yeah, there is actually a almost like a crow's nest on a ship. There's a higher portion of the room with a window that she can look out of.
Is it like a dome window?
Wait.
Yeah.
Is she a harpy?
Is she a harpy?
No, she
Is
doesn't have
she?
wings.
No,
No,
she doesn't have
yeah.
wings. She casts feather
She-
fall on
Then
herself.
what the hell is she doing up there?
She was using navigational
Okay,
equipment, apparently.
okay, my question is there a vertical wall that leads to that point?
There's
There's a lot of questions about this
uh
scenario.
no.
It's
No?
a shady spot to
Is
just
it
sit.
a bunch of is it like a collection of vertical walls? Or is it like a dome?
It
If you
kind
need a lift
of
there later, we can work on it, okay?
Shut up, Blue.
yeah, you
Alright.
see Master Lewin kind of puts his hands up. See, if you could, please tell the council what you previously told me, Sir Veneer.
Yes. Thank you all for your time, first and foremost. One of my friends had what we believe to be a prophetic dream. One of the father and mother of Chroma, of one of the two having awakened from their sleep. Um, unsure which was Verislothar or Turaclothar, but she was sure that one of them is for certain awakened. Apparently, bad things come of it. We've been trying to find more information on it and have found our way to you all.
You
This is but the
see,
first question that we have, but yes, it's an important one.
you see, the first one to speak up is a woman, um, in light, in like a kind of lightish gray, like a stone gray color robe. And she, I see, and have they been awake long? Do we know?
Well, we did receive the dream, I want to say about a week ago. She decided it was too big of a task, too much going on with with dragons and all descending upon us. She didn't really want to continue on, but I did record her dream and come to you now with it, hoping that perhaps you could make sense of it for us and why she in our party would have such a dream as opposed to perhaps one of you all who are clearly in a better position to handle it.
Well, these dreams come to people. It is not something that we can control, unfortunately. And unfortunately, we also may not be able to do as much about it as I think you would hope. Though,
I was led to believe that this has happened before.
it has. The mother and father of Chroma are also called the World Eaters. They are the ones who caused the first great cataclysm. I think I cut out a little bit.
Yeah, you said world eaters?
Yeah, they're also referred to as the World Eaters, and they also say they are the cause of the first great cataclysm. Cataclysm.
So
There we go.
when you say cause of the first great cataclysm, that implies that there have been others?
There's like 12, dude.
There,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my
You
god.
guys are in
Which one are
the
we on now?
age. You guys are in the age of the third great, the era after the third great cataclysm.
Oh. And are they all just spontaneously surprised giant dragons from the past? Just
No.
Well, they'd have said they were cause of all cataclysms if that were the case. Sounds like they were the first, and this is maybe a cycle.
Maybe
Well,
maybe the grandchildren caused the second. Who knows?
well, okay, so the like
You just want to be famous.
the most recent cataclysm. I don't know if I have it listed in our world notes, but that was actually caused by
That
like
was an
a
accident.
cult who woke up the Tarrasque.
Oh,
Oh,
Cute.
So the last great cataclysm was the Tarrasque.
note to everybody: don't do that.
And the Tarrasque, these are the wizards that would have been listed as the ones who defeated the Tarrasque and made the Great Glass Spire in the desert of Kadesh.
Oh yeah, they put it into some sort of prism.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. It's like a permanent prismatic wall or something of that sort.
Uh, it's a lot of things.
It's a lot of things. Sure,
It is a lot of things.
That's enough.
Well,
understand.
it's also physically made of hardened glass. But with a lot of magic put into it.
A hardened prismatic wall.
It is a hard prismatic wall. They're already pretty firm, but it's fine.
you
Firm prismatic
Okay.
wall.
No, not.
So this council is saying that the first thing they said is that there's not much they can do.
There's
Doubt, first of all.
there is not much that
Absolutely
they can
throbbing with power.
personally do.
Okay, then what can you tell us if you can't? I feel like this is going to be a problem sooner rather than later. Do you not agree?
Absolutely, which means that we can only do. There are things that we can do, such as point you in the right direction. You're going to need powerful weapons to fight the mother and father of Chroma.
why can't you guys? Why can't all of you?
She has a point. You do seem quite capable, obviously.
Lyra
Well,
kind of leans forward and she goes, once the fighting begins, I would be more than happy to assist you. But for most of them, other than as she kind of points to the lich sitting at the end,
Kalia, he's my favorite. I like him already.
Kelia,
Hell yeah.
you see, she points to the Master of Necromancy, and she goes, outside of our friend here, the Master of Necromancy, the rest of the council may be sitting on death's door. Many of them
Too old to
are.
fight.
Oh, you don't look that old.
Well,
I was gonna say press X to doubt.
many of us have gotten to a point where we are tired of life. The youngest of us may be Lyra here at 28, but the rest of us are well over a millennia. Some of us reaching almost our second. And unlike Drow, we do not wish to live forever. Oh, I just cut out again. Unlike
Did you
Drow,
wish?
we do not wish to live forever. We wish to pass on our knowledge to a younger generation, to those who may be able to handle the burden that we once bore.
You say that, and yet your library is awfully difficult to get to. Wouldn't it be better if more had access to this place?
For a time, we hid. We brought together a community, followers, who wished to be away from their their terrible governments, oppression, slavery. As she kind of looks to Miss LaRue and goes,
Oops.
"Not like anyone here would know anything of slavery, yes?"
Veneer also looking to Jamie.
Veneer, Macmillan also looking to Jamie.
Jamie saying nothing, just kind of
Slavery is
biting her lip, just like,
very
that would be
incorrect.
that would be weird.
In fact, I have stopped many a person from slavery, so we do wish to carry on this
Let
information.
me be clear that Alfengard does not have slaves. That is what they call them, but that is not what they are. Indentured servants, maybe. But they are much better treated than some other people treat races they do not recognize.
I mean, there is a reason I use a disguise.
See,
All right, so what can you tell us then? What should we be doing? You say something about weapons. I have this here dragon slaying sword.
Slayering.
It's a slayering sword.
the sword of slayering dragons, obviously. Um,
Okay, I'm good.
see him.
Is
Yeah,
this not? So you're saying this is insufficient against something I'm sure is probably the size of several of your islands put together? Seriously, how big are these things?
It is a fair question.
She said they would blot out
I
the sun, but I feel like perspective matters. Like if I'm really up close next to it, a
Gak
large
could
boulder
block out
would
the
also.
sun.
well,
Well, yes. If I put a small squirrel in front of my eye and close the other, and they would block out
That's
the
the
sun.
point you were trying to make, yes.
Yes. Thank you, Macmillan.
have you
Yes.
Perspective. How big is this thing?
have you ever
These.
seen an ancient dragon?
I do not believe so.
You have
Adults?
you have seen an
Yes.
adult that was larger than normal. As Scourge was quite large for his age.
Right, and we saw an adult gold dragon as well.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure that Scourge was the first dragon that Veneer had ever actually run into in his 80 odd years.
Yeah, probably.
But then he met like 3 in quick succession because that's how dragons,
That's how
Yeah.
dragons do, you know. Um,
when it rains, it burns. Is that not the
Yeah.
same?
That's not. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
No,
give
it's
me
obviously
just a moment,
it's
guys. I'll be
rain,
right back.
dragons, and elves.
So, while we're here in this moment of silence, I would just like to talk about our sponsor for this evening.
We don't have a sponsor.
Our sponsor for this evening
Our
is.
sponsor, Rice, not no, he's unmuted.
Oh, yeah. Our sponsor for this evening is Redbubble.
Oh,
We don't have any sponsors.
Yeah, we don't have any sponsors today. I'm still trying to get one.
Are you actually?
I am. I'm legitimately trying to get
right.
a sponsor. It's gonna be great when we actually do, and you guys are gonna be like, "No, we don't have one." I'll be like, "Haha!" But I have this official documentation here, which says we have a sponsor.
And it literally just says this is official documentation. We have a sponsor.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be from like Manscaped or something.
Oh no! Dislike.
What are you talking about, buddy? You get the Lawnmower 2.0.
No. I don't want the Lawnmower 2.0.
No.
No.
What about Dr. Carver's shave butter?
All right.
No.
Sorry about that, guys.
DollarShaveClub.com.
No.
Oh, yo.
Hello.
So as a response to the question that I was asked, you see,
Sorry, as what?
as a response to the question that I was asked about the size of the dragons,
Yes.
you see, kind of thinks for a moment. I was gonna say
Oh, yeah, I actually have a
gargantuan.
great idea.
Gargantuan is 40, something like 40 or 45 feet long.
So,
Um,
Nori, with minor illusion, I'm going to make a 1 foot tall version of Veneer, and I'm going to say, please put it into perspective for us.
oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
that's perfect, actually.
You're welcome.
So you see that he puts next to the 1 foot tall version of Veneer, a standard like ancient red, which is gargantuan. It's very large. Something like 40, like comparably, it'd be like 40 to 45 feet tall,
So how tall
long.
is the one that he put down?
Um, that
Few feet.
few feet,
Yeah. Okay.
probably
Okay.
Wait. How tall is the veneer statue? That
1 foot.
1 foot.
Oh, 1 foot. Okay, so then it would have to be like
Tall, it'd be
it would be like 7 feet tall.
Something like
well, it'd
that.
be like 7 feet long.
7 feet long.
It'd
Well,
be
Veneer's just under like two
He's
meters, right?
5'11".
So
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
well, yeah. So like dragons is okay. So if it was standing with its neck completely extended, it would probably be like 4.5 feet.
Just 4 paws on the floor. How tall is this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's about 4 to 4.5 feet tall, and about 6 or 7 feet long.
so this is an ancient dragon.
Yeah,
Okay.
as
Okay.
you see him, he kind of explains this is the standard size for an ancient red dragon. As he then puts down what would be the father of Chroma, who comes in at right around 7 feet tall and probably about 13 feet in length.
Oh boy.
This is like some Godzilla level shit.
As you see
I
him,
see.
as it's
That is quite a large lizard.
see him.
I think
Yes.
maybe you should stop calling them that.
I hit the table.
Killed
No.
bird. Hit the
Back to
desk.
This
Yeah.
makes me hit the desk.
Yeah.
This makes me very happy. I never thought that blue would hit the desk during my game, but that is fine.
They're lizards. They are not worthy of our respect. Okay.
I would rather not die because of disrespect.
Hey, they can't hear me now. I'm.
Are you
Let me
sure?
let me explain, Jamie. This is called shit talking.
He does have a point.
I'm aware. I just know you aren't
The
very well. You usually pick on something your own size. And she points to the 1 foot tall veneer and then points to the 7 foot tall fucking statue.
you know, as much as I love calling them dragons, I think scaled birds is a suitable name. Their brains are about the same size. Yes.
I expect it of you, but I do not expect it of Veneer.
Well, you see, Veneer shares in a similar hatred for things that reap upon the suffering of others.
I don't like them any more than any of you, but I don't think
They just cause needless destruction. That's absolute.
He has a point.
I understand, but I do not think that speaking ill of them helps anything.
It helps me feel better. It helps him feel better.
I agree with
It
you.
does put a little bit of
Actually.
a light mood upon things. It helps quite a bit. you'd be surprised, and I would say do try it out sometime.
I will pass, but thank you for the suggestion.
Look at this. We're agreeing again. Huh.
I worry for your sanity, my friend.
You see, they kind of ask you to step out, give them a few minutes to talk amongst themselves as you guys are having your conversation.
As they ask us to step back, is the veneer? Can I look to McMillan and go,
Okay. Aside, can you make one of those statues again? One of the small ones, 1 foot.
Sure. This time I will make it of. Let's make it a 1 foot statue of fucking. Let's make it of Jamie. Sure, why not?
oh
Okay.
shit, I was hoping it's veneer. It's fine.
She goes, well, I suppose this will do. And she gets like, gonna crouch down.
I like 30 seconds putting a flower crown on this thing. She got time to kill.
All right. Okay. What?
As you try
Well,
to put it
it's a
down, it
minor
goes
illusion.
through
Yeah, it
minor
just falls
illusion.
through.
No, Druidcraft, my guy. I just make it happen. It's
Yeah, puts it on the.
Oh, you could Druidcraft. Well, actually, if he, I was gonna say if he were to make the 1 foot tall like replica of you, you could technically Druidcraft the statue itself, and then
Yeah.
just make a flower crown. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what? I'm gonna do something that'll make this whole process a whole lot easier. I'm gonna elemental attunement a 1 foot cube of earth made of stone. And I'm just gonna be like, that works even better because you can put stuff on it.
Okay.
It's gonna be of wood, not stone. Stone's too heavy.
Okay. Well, doesn't that disappear after a minute though?
Oh, it disappears after a minute. Yeah.
I mean, okay. But yeah, so
It's
you guys you step out for a few minutes, let them talk amongst themselves. Two of you are kind of playing around with building statues out
This
of
is only the first of our
Druidcraft.
problems. Ugh.
Veneer, what would you like to do while while the other two are just kind of chilling, doing like arts and crafts?
We're outside the chamber.
Yes, currently.
Okay. Well, what do I see outside the chamber? Books
Outs-
upon books.
yeah, you see books. This is actually their tome, one of their tome chambers. So you can see that there are large tomes laying across tables, and then some books on the walls.
Are there any books that are just open on tables?
Currently, no.
Okay. Uh, can I see what any of the spines say from here, or what the sections are, or how this is even organized?
As so, it looks like the books themselves, maybe like the tomes that are sitting on the table, may be like old tomes written by once famous wizards. So probably kind of autobiography, kind of work notes, um, with a mix of just basic knowledge and information from the time, the kind of things that wizards write
Oh, is there a book way up high on the shelf?
down. I mean, they're for you, yes.
Okay, I wanna run up the shelf and I wanna grab the biggest book I can find and I'll fall down if it's okay. And
Yeah,
I
sure.
wanna check this book out.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'm going to reach my hand into my pocket and grab that coin again, and sort of pull it out and whisper at it. Got any advice? we should do about big ass dragons?
Oh. Oh, man.
Suddenly, the entire library comes crumbling down.
Drop a rock on them. Oh yeah,
Drop a rock on them.
we've got a few right up here.
Man, I hate to do this to everyone again. Veneer,
He could just not answer.
please meet me in Whisper Chat.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, so the rest of the party can't hear us, but we're still streaming?
Yes, the rest of the party can't hear this, but we are still streaming.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Alright, so this isn't going to be very long, but as you pull the coin out,
Yes.
and you ask for some kind of assistance.
More like, what would you suggest we do with big ass dragon?
You hear a very short response. Ask them about Xanadu.
Okay. Sure, why not? Thanks.
As you see say thanks, you see the goat head
Cheers.
on the coin give a little wink.
Nice.
yeah.
Alright.
So Macmillan went
Lols.
diving off of bookshelves and taught me how to rate things on a scale from 1 to 10, and we made a statue of Veneer that has a really pretty flag.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
What is that book, by the way?
what languages do you know, Macmillan?
Gnomish, Goblin, Common.
Wait, I know
Gnomish.
languages as well.
Okay. Gnomish, Goblin,
Oh.
Common.
Yep.
You cannot understand what this
Druidic.
book says.
Elvish, Veterum, and I may have a spell for it. Just kidding.
Are you going to show it to anyone else?
Yeah, I'll show it to the intellectuals of the group,
Okay.
i.e. Veneer. And I'll be like,
Okay.
Veneer, what is this big book?
I know Celestial.
You know
minute.
Celestial.
Yes,
you know
I know
Common.
Celestial. Yes, I know Common. And as of yet, I don't know Tongues. But soon.
Tongues doesn't do that. I just looked.
So,
Oh, doesn't it? Oh, okay. That's a shame.
Veneer,
And you
you
get that.
also cannot read this.
Alright. I'm gonna be like, Veneer, what does this say?
I'll eventually get a top hat of comprehend languages.
I turn around and I go over to the other intellectual of the group.
I have absolutely no idea. I don't know what you're asking me. Books?
I've already gone.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
you've already got.
What does this book say?
Wait, you went to him first. Okay.
And look, he is dependable.
What? And am I not? Okay.
I don't know you. Not well.
Who the fuck are you?
So Jamie.
Common, Druidic, Elvish, and Vetelkin.
Jamie.
Yeah.
You would let him know if it weren't for the fact that Druidic is a secret.
That I do not?
No, you'd let him know if Druidic wasn't a secret.
If Druidic weren't...
If Druidic weren't a secret.
Oh.
Because...
If Druidic were not a secret. So
yes.
basically, it's like you got to be in order to even talk about it. It's like Fight Club.
Yeah.
I kind of look it over for a second and then say, I think I may understand some of this. Can I look at it for a little longer and I will let you know if I discover anything?
Yeah, I don't know what it means, so you'll, if anything, get more out of it than I do. I just wanted the biggest book on the tallest shelf.
I will be sure to give it back to you soon.
Yeah.
Is there...
And I'll just whop it on the floor and I'll keep going over to play with the Veneer doll.
Is there any chance I could get my drone close enough to hear what they're talking about? Because yes, I do still have that.
That sounds like a dangerous game. You
I mean,
can.
it's invisible. Invisible's good. I mean, there's a guy who could see through my disguise, so that might be a problem.
We're literally one-upping each other. I feel like he would do that.
That's fair.
Just
Well,
if
it's taking a little while. I'm curious. I'm like, what would they be discussing?
if not to be a shithead just to Jamie, I feel like Veneer would. We've been doing this whole session. It's thing now. He will lose.
So as you as your drone gets right up against the door, you can hear very softly from inside. You hear. So I suppose it's decided then. Yes, I believe that it is. We must ask them for help. Whatever we can do to assist them is going to be important. We will tell them of the objects. So I suppose
We will tell them of what? Sorry, you cut out.
we will tell them of the objects.
The objects.
Yes.
Dank.
No.
He just says he's a dank.
Dank.
I'm gonna be like, so do you want me like to put the big book back on the shelf?
I can put it back on the shelf in a moment. Sorry, I think I caught.
No, because like the people are here.
But no.
Well, no, I'm listening via my drone at the door.
He's listening.
Invisible.
Okay.
I'm eavesdropping.
were
It seems
here.
like they're wrapping
Holy
up their
shit.
thing.
You're just here trying to take my book. Rude.
Yeah. No, never mind.
You're doing
Yeah.
flips off of books.
I
I don't
thought
know.
they.
Yeah,
Lyra,
yeah,
I'm sorry, but you're still young. Can you get the door and bring them in? Yeah, of course. It's, you can hear kind of like a patter of
I
walking
have the
steps
drone
across the floor.
fly upwards and away from the door as I begin walking towards the door, hands in pockets, sort of like whistling nonchalantly.
As the door opens to the chambers, she kind of
Oh, hello. Are you done?
yes. You may
Good.
re-enter. She
I'm
kind of
gonna.
Thank you, great old one.
I my I have a question. I
She's
have a
younger
question.
than you.
No, I know.
Excuse me. I have a question.
Yes.
May I take this with me? And I kind of like lift the book a little bit. Not to keep, just to look at.
You may read it, yes. Well, you're here, of course.
Can I take it in there?
In the audience chamber, yes, you can. We don't outlaw books in the audience chamber.
That would be weird.
Great, thanks.
This is a
It
library.
would be quite weird since this is a library
Yeah.
that we
Yep,
wouldn't.
that would definitely be weird. Yeah, I will just.
It's fine. Yeah, come on in. You can bring it
Okay.
with you.
Huh. Okay.
Okay, so you guys step back in.
Yeah. I
And
guess.
once again, look around the room.
Fine.
Fine.
So,
We have come to a decision.
Congratulations.
no.
Starting off, we would like to ask for your assistance in these troubling times.
You're asking us for help. Are you sure?
Many of us have not seen combat in a long, long time. I am afraid that if we were to fight the dragons now, we would find ourselves a snack or ash. We may have great
Okay.
magic, but there is only so much heroism that one can do in one's lifetime. So, we figured that with what we have available, knowledge wise, at our library, we would do our best to help you find equipment that may help in this endeavor. Items that you may have never even heard of in your lifetime. I'm sure some of you have heard of one of them. A legendary artifact, a spear named Gaibolg.
In passing, perhaps. Mythological
Uh, La-
items.
LaRue has heard of this, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Um,
these would be items that you would hear in like a story of a great warrior holding some weapon that has a name,
yeah. Well, Gaibolg is the
as opposed to Dragon Slayer.
yeah, Dragon Slayer.
Guy Polk.
Gaibolg is uh the legendary spear that is held by the Evergarden family,
Oh heck, that's crazy! Wow, that's bonkers. Yeah,
which
that would do it.
would currently be in the possession of the King Amira Evergarden of Alfengard.
Wow, that's
Wow.
So is it like a ceremonial thing for them?
Yes, it is. It is typically passed down to whichever child turns out to be the greatest fighter, and they have an
so.
honor system kind of thing where if one of them overtakes the other in skill, they will hand it over.
Are you telling me our favorite pal has the thing?
Uh, Eforesta Evergarden?
Mm-hmm.
No. Her older
She's
sister has it.
she's not the better fighter, is what that means.
Yeah.
That is correct.
She's probably more bloodthirsty, but it seems she's not the better fighter, according to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, no. The spear
She's like, let me
is held by Amira,
Oh.
but
Oh.
that's the one that
Oh.
he that is the
Yeah.
one that you guys are informed of.
Huh. Yeah.
Is Gaibolg is the location is absolutely known.
Okay, so that's so mythological weapons are real. Okay. Um, what would we do? Ask the king of Alfengard to grant us such a weapon?
Can I have that?
I don't. Something
I
tells me that that's not really how this is going to go.
I do not personally believe that they would hand over the weapon. Um, but um, maybe if you informed the king of Elfengard, I believe that's who currently holds it. They may be willing to help you in your fight.
Right, it would probably be silly of just the three of us to try to fight this thing on our own, huh?
And we do have clues to the location of many of the other items, just not the um, definitive locations.
Mm-hmm.
A quest to complete a quest it is, then. I should have expected nothing less.
I do love doing things that I need to do.
Doing things in order to do other things is
Yes.
the way of our existence, it seems.
We believe that we are closest to finding Arash, um, the great bow.
Really mature. Really mature.
I don't know why he's
Funny.
laughing. It's Arash.
Fine. Fine. You're really mature. It's fine.
Really?
I don't know why you didn't think of that.
Hey, these are in
Like-
different languages, alright?
They are in different languages.
Yeah, there is a different language, alright.
I mean,
Okay.
here. I don't know if you remember me showing you guys these, but that would be the spelling. Really mature. There, Macmillan. Really mature.
You made it worse. I don't know how, but you made it worse.
The Gable says Rash.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm cool. I'm cool. The legendary sword of Ligma.
Man, fucking fantastic.
You're also immature.
You're also mature. Absolutely.
I don't know what you're
I
talking
agree.
about.
Continue.
I am gonna real quick, because I was asked to point it out. Soda's been trying to talk to us like this entire time, and nobody has like said anything up until I said something.
I don't really check. I can't really check the stream without like
But
blowing.
he was like patiently waits for you guys to read the chat. So my response was the new sponsors, Granny Auntie Marie's world famous peach preservatives. In
yeah,
which
I don't have chat open generally.
But yeah, so they let you know that they have a general idea on the location of the bow, or the bow of Arash.
Mm-hmm.
And they know the exact location of Guybolg because it's wherever this very specific character is at.
Indeed.
Is they we could give you some of our clues, but we cannot guarantee any of the locations besides one.
Alright, well, depending on... Do you know the natures of these legendary weapons? Have you seen them before? Do you know what they're capable of? Perhaps that can inform us as to which we should find first?
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
if I believe that the legends are to be believed, Guybolg exists and does not disappoint with its power. We know that Urash makes it where it is easier to hit your opponent. It cuts through their armor and deals an incredible amount of damage to the body if the person is willing to give up some of their life force to do so.
Do you have documents on these weapons that we could take with us?
We have several documents that we could copy, that we could easily copy for you.
Okay.
We have notes.
That seems like it would be quite useful, and it would give us a place to start. I'm guessing that these weapons are strewn across the planet itself.
He nods.
Of course they are.
More of a journey for us, I suppose. It's always
Yes.
fun.
My favorite.
Journey before destination, after all.
It
Veneer,
is fun.
Yes.
You hear that same thing again.
No, I know. I was waiting for them to
Okay.
have a lull in what they were saying. He doesn't need to tell me twice. Ugh.
He seems a little irritated too. Almost as if he wished that you would have just like walked in and been like, "Hey, this." He's obviously much more like straightforward than you are, though. You are
Dad,
very
shut up.
patient where he's not.
I know. Okay. So
Did you say
what? No.
No, he's not saying that out loud.
As
He just looks over his shoulder. Ah, Dad, leave me alone.
yeah, this is
Yeah,
my
go
goth
ahead.
phase. So as the explanation of the weapons and them telling us about the note, as it sort of dies down, as they're saying we're going to get this for you, Veneer takes one step forward and says, "What about Xanadu? Tell me of Xanadu."
You see, they kind of look to each other. And how do you know of Xanadu?
hey, does something look fishy with Veneer?
Does something look fishy with Veneer?
Yeah.
No, as far as I know, he does not have like gills or
No,
Yeah,
anything of
Gil
that nature.
being a
he's
liar,
he's
hiding
standing back
something,
straight.
just fishy.
No,
Fishy. I assume he's always very prim and proper, so I would say
yeah,
he
he's
said
standing back straight, chin tilted up a little bit, left hand
Yeah,
at the
no, that's fine.
behind his back, and right hand is up, sort of emoting.
The fact that you're having so much confidence around people you usually melt around, and you're saying things they don't think you should know. So,
So you
does
would be confused,
he
perhaps.
does you'd be
yeah,
confused. He
that's
himself
why I'm.
isn't showing like any signs of like he himself being fishy, but it is kind of odd that he would just mention this thing that like even you've never heard of in your time alive.
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. I've known of Geibel, right? And
Yeah.
he's like, oh, that's just a legend. And then he's like, hey, this fucking thing. And they're like, how do you know that? He is
And to
not only
answer,
uncultured, he is suddenly super cultured to the point where they're like, hey, fuck off,
Well,
barkeep.
what
culture
Go.
and knowing stuff is not the same.
Yeah, apparently.
you see,
Look, I drink grease and I know things. That's just what I do. Um,
the
so to answer
founder
that,
of our council was the last living person from Xanadu.
it seems to me that more information about Xanadu would be important to our quest. Would you be willing to share?
You see, as they kind of look around, you see the master of necromancy looks up, or turns to you as he. We believe that Xanadu is the location of Caliburn. It may
Is this
also
one
house
of
the
the
bow. What was that?
uh Caliburn is one of the weapons.
Yes, a
But you
sword.
say the last person you knew who was in Xanadu was the founder of this very council.
Yes,
Did I mishear it? No. Okay.
he was the founder of the council. Yes, back when we were 9 young adventurers and their teacher.
All right. Does this mean you do not know where Xanadu is?
Well, they kind of. We know where it could be?
Let me guess. It was torn from this plane and pushed into another.
No, the
Oh,
sky is just really big. Why do you think we're up here? We're looking for it.
this entire time you've been looking for one place and you've yet to find it. No offense, but had quite a bit of time.
It may not just be us. Our thoughts are that
Maybe it's not
Xanadu
on the
will.
surface?
Well, it's not. We know that. It's a flying city. The
Wait, wait,
problem
wait.
with Xanadu is trying. What's the word? Trying to find it is.
Hard.
It has seemed to be an impossibility for us. We have
Other,
scoured the place where it should be and have not found it.
but
So
what
it's
if it
not.
moves with
It
your?
is.
So it's another floating city,
Yes.
and you've tried finding it while still on your floating city.
Have you considered sending the Jester's Folly to do it? He found the Library of Lawn.
Or other ships.
Yes, but he's one of the only who found the library. I trust his skill more than that of others. Plus, I
Jasper.
feel need to make more connections.
Well, no,
You
my
mean
point is that you could send
Jasper?
multiple airships in parallel across the entire planet. Just a,
We have sent out
or the
many.
whole thing is ethereal.
Unfortunately, that is one of our theories.
Oh wait, actually, I was mostly saying
Well,
that as a joke. A whole city that's ethereal floating around the planet. You're not,
unfortunately,
you're not joking.
well,
Okay.
we can't be sure exactly. It could be hiding itself from us. Also, but once you get there, you may be able to find clues on where to find some of the other items. Maybe. Most of them. Each of these legendary artifacts were crafted by the people of Xanadu, at least to my
So,
knowledge.
could they act these weapons? Could they act as a compass to get back to Xanadu?
They all kind of look to each other as they.
Interesting thought.
We have thought of that. We're not sure. Unfortunately, we have none to lead us. But if they could unlock the path to the forge, I suppose that's possible.
Then I will find them, and I will figure that out. You have to explore, I suppose, to find things and test theories.
Well, unfortunately, this isn't the only problem that we have. There is one other thing, if you have time. Council of Nine.
Certainly.
There wasn't only just the one dream, but there was also a communication. Um, one of our number, she's still recovering from her injuries. Um, she was contacted rather forcefully by an elder. Sorry, the eldest aboleth. Um, are you familiar with this creature?
Yes.
How scared should we be? On a scale of 0 to father and mother of
Incredibly specific scale, Veneer.
it seems relevant.
I would say that if you were to visit the elder, well, the eldest, I apologize. He, it may be able to actually help in your goals.
Oh,
Just don't touch the water.
Um.
I
I'm
Uh,
gonna
don't much
reach in
care
my
for water
pack and
anyway.
I'm gonna grab my water skin. Gonna drink some real slow.
I think he means the water in which it resides.
That is correct.
I'm just thirsty. Yeah.
That
Of
is
course
quite
you are.
inconspicuous timing.
Uh,
Yeah.
so it doesn't seem to be the most benevolent of creatures. What makes you say that it would wish to help us?
It does not
yeah, me
like
neither.
the mother
Around.
and father of Chroma.
Okay,
Dragons.
that's fair. That makes sense. Yeah. Mhm.
Well, the dragons are the ones who pushed the abelisks underground. If it could be promised the death of dragons, I'm sure it would be more than willing to help. Just as any aboleth would. Or any giant.
Chromatic dragons, of course.
Of course.
Yes, an aboleth would stop there.
Well, we can stop working with it, perhaps, once we have accomplished the goal that we're seeking to accomplish. I'm sure it'll try to enslave us as they do.
As they do. As they do.
It seems like a second resort, in my opinion.
It seems like a not resort. I hate depending on others. That.
Well, the more things that can do our job for us, the better, in my opinion.
Well, then we'd have to do a job for him.
Not necessarily. If, say, for example, it were to combat some dragon and they would both somehow accidentally perish in their fight.
And so, tell me, do aboleths live in the water, correct?
They're
Yes,
I,
aboleth live in the
they,
water.
they seem to like
And
it.
we aren't supposed to touch the water. And it will help us with the promise of death of a dragon. Veneer, there seems to be a few flaws in your plan. You see her skin
Mhm.
gets a little more blue. Little more nitpicky.
Why? Because dragons can fly and Abba
Oh,
like the water?
um,
No, because we can't enter its realm without something happening.
It's not like we can't talk to it. It seems completely capable of speaking to at least some of us.
And she is recovering.
And you even had that stone, Macmillan. I don't know what you did with it, but
Oh, I batted that thing off into the woods ASAP.
you did, in fact, yeet it real good.
Yeah, it was needed.
oh,
That was a team effort, man. That was
now now that Yeet is in the game, I might as well just fucking end it here. We're done. No, um,
As
that's
they say,
fucked.
I yodeled the thing into the woods.
He hath yote the stone many leagues.
Jamie just looked at you like, what slang? Where does this slang come from?
Here, allow me
I
to
heard it from a friend of mine.
But yeah,
allow me
so
to recreate what happened, and I'm just going to minor illusion a stone in the air right in front of me. I'm just gonna take my quarterstaff and
and then it doesn't move.
yeah, and then it's just gonna and then right as I hit it, I'm drop the spell.
Okay.
And it's just gonna disappear.
Yeet.
Pretend it's gone.
You see Lyra.
It reminds me of like those little tricks that Aang would do with like little
Yeah.
airbending
That's
spear.
right.
As you can hear
I would have done a
Lyra
real
kind of
stone, but I
clapping
do respect people
as she
here.
That was very good. That was very good. I'm happy that we all got to learn that.
Mm.
Oh look, we're now the personal entertainers of the Council of Nine. We're famous.
Yeah,
Jamie,
yes.
Jamie's back looking at the book, just like, yeah, okay, you just
All right. So you're saying that the aboleth may be enemy of my enemy. All right. Sure. Why not? We'll explore that path should we try to explore it. I guess
second resort.
it's certainly an option. It's definitely. I mean, unless it's another option that decides to say hello personally.
You see the council kind of just nod as you guys are talking, and Lowen looks down and please go ahead and return to your ship unless you'd like to try and find some books to read before you leave. And
Would you happen to have any books on the great and powerful Lucifer?
he kind of gives you a weird look. See,
No. Oh,
I'm
Lucifer.
giving him a look. Veneer doesn't compliment anybody. Excuse me?
He seems rather confused by the name.
Veneer's a grouchy old robot.
Like
No.
it is a name that exists, but he doesn't know of any like great and powerful of that name.
No, you haven't heard of him. Oh, okay. Well, no, that's fine. We can work on that.
We can work on that.
I I will like touch the coin and sort of whisper, "Happy now."
It becomes warm.
We'll take that as a yes.
I believe we should probably at least look for a book or something.
Oh, we're certainly going to be looking through these books for some information.
Oh yes. Oh,
Weaknesses, perhaps. They can't just be giant lizard. Well, I guess they could just be
where
giant
is your
lizards.
tallest shelf, by the way?
You see, they kind of think about it as well, I would probably say that would be on floor 26.
Oh my. That's a lot of books.
I may be back later.
Do you have a map of the entirety of your interconnected sky city? Sky city state?
We have there are signs all over the library of different sections. You'll see at the end of each aisle there is a small orb. If you touch it, it will show you what section you're in, what books, and what books are contained there. And if you specifically ask for a certain uh, something certain in the title or within the book that it may be talking about, it will show you if it's available there. We also have down by the bottom staircase, and at the staircase at every level, there is another orb there that can tell you the direction and which aisle to go to for certain books of certain types. If you're looking for anything specific, as far as outside of the library, you could ask around, and people would be more than willing to take you where you need to go or get you what you need. All of the produce is free on the island. All food is shared by the community as a whole.
So, I have a question.
Okay.
So,
Thank
if
you,
I
Master.
in real life found a book about secret code, I would lose my shit if I could read it. So, is this going to be an interesting book written in secret code, or is this like, hey, look, plants, like probably 99% of the other ones that I've seen are?
This is a book in Druidic, and you're not sure
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what it has to deal with yet.
Well, but I've been reading it. I'm like a solid 15 minutes in by this point.
Have you not been paying attention?
I've been paying half attention, and I come back to Sass.
So,
Drop the book in.
reading the book with kind of being in and out of conversation at the same time, what you've gathered from it is about plants.
Surprise, surprise.
But are they hold on, are they cool plants?
There are some plants you've never heard of.
Okay. Do I feel like I could find? I'm just gonna. I'll find a nook or a cubby, and you can tell me what it's about later. Because I would
Okay.
not tell them. I'm not
And
telling.
to answer, because I know what Blue is asking is, do I have an actual map of the city state of
Lawn.
Lon?
I don't know.
No, it's a
Currently,
library.
currently I do not. I will try to get you guys something. But man, it's just it's gonna take me a bit if whenever I start doing that. Because it's basically gonna be artwork from the ground up. You know what I mean?
That's good.
And
Because floating.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am
You proud of
not.
that one?
I am not good at art. If you remember, I didn't draw the maps myself. The maps were all made by our friend Soaring, and so he's done a lot of helping me with that stuff. I might be able to talk to him about getting you guys a map for the Library of Lon, but I don't know. It depends on if he feels like helping me at the time. It just depends on how he feels and what he's wanting to do at the time.
Sure.
Otherwise, I will try to get something, even if it's just like, like just a grid that says, "This is library." You know what I mean? Where it's just kind of pointing out where everything, like general location of everything, but not wholly accurate to what the actual map would look like if I had the proper skill in design.
That's fine.
So you guys might get something cool, or you might get something that is literally like, this is block with word in it. Good old school D&D.
Anything is appreciated, of course.
Yeah.
I'm making myself a little nook and reading my book on plants.
Yeah, I'll get you guys something by next week. I'll just have to. I'll probably just sit down and try to draw something and then just send it to you guys. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end the game for tonight.
Yay!
With you
I was
guys.
trying to find ways to prank them without actually fucking dying. So,
Thanks everyone for listening.
but
And
yeah, thank you guys for
Absolutely.
watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, put on the notifications and such for you 8 viewers, 9 viewers.
Well,
You,
we had we had quite a few viewers for a
yeah,
little while
but
tonight.
make sure to I don't know, leave stuff in the chat so that when we do get a sponsor, I can do something.
I did
And
see I see that MLG Dorito was like big up Rex Regum, so I'm not sure which server that you're from that I said something to. But hi there, that MLG Dorito. It's good to see you.
yeah, and
shout
yeah,
out.
make sure to like, comment, subscribe, whatever, all that fancy stuff.
Yeah,
Uh,
we
we'll
have
catch you guys upon the next moon.
yeah. If you guys like it, share it with friends. I would be more than happy to continue growing. So with that being
Indeed.
said, everyone say good night. Good
Night,
night.
Good night.
bye. Nori smells like ass.